Welcome to another episode of the Angels Positivity and Love Show. Incredible guests the world over with amazing insights, experiences, and really high vibe to share with all of us. We've got business people, reporters, a White House physician to the US president, youngest Delta Force operator ever to be admitted to Delta Force, who was in Bali. Um, just a lot of diverse people. Ian Stenlake, Australian actor. You see him on a lot of musicals on stage today, but if you knew Sea Patrol or Stingers, that's the guy. Just incredible folks who come on and share. And then we also have a lot of interaction. A lot of guests are taking steps off camera, on camera, which I want to encourage the audience you can take. You have a big heart, just like our guests do. And coming back to us today out of Colorado, Mary Hostetter, whether it's real estate, entrepreneurship of different types, sustainable living projects, or healing. She's in the lineage of Sri Kaleshwar out of India. Has definitely studied, highly intuitive, very connected. If it was mafia, holy cow, she's a capo at least. She's a lot of fun and incredible when she shares. So I'm just want to welcome Mary back on the show. Great to see you again.
Oh, thank you so much, Michael. It's just a joy to be with you and share the love. It's truly amazing how you bring it in and share it and get us excited to show up.
Aw. And we were just playing for the audience to know before the show officially began. And hopefully we'll take some steps later on. And just remember, folks, you can do the same. If you need help, set your intent. Just ask angels to get you out of your head, into your heart. Own it with a thank you, Om Saram, Amen. Whatever way you roll is all that's important. Mary, let's do the $500 billion question. We're all here on Earth as individuals with a lot of potential, huge hearts in theory. And we have these things called unique life paths. Now, a lot of us run for the hills early. We have trauma happen. Life happens. We got to pay bills. We know what we know, a lot of knowing going on up here. Talk to us a little bit about the dynamics that you've observed and how you've switched the way you go or the way you roll day to day.
Oh, beautiful question. Yeah, I would say so much now that I've seen enough of the patterns of how the illusions work in this world and how much we can get sucked into them and miss the most important jewel right in front of us, right in us, that every day, and I'm working now more and more to give over to a bigger power. And I use Divine Mother as one of my main sources, and the lineage I'm in, but truly about source divine energy and letting that guide me and seeing it show up in everything and trust that my day with all the people I care for and show up for can get ordered. And I have to lean in and learn every day more things to help with, how to help better. But the bigger piece of being held in that divine embrace is just more than I could have ever imagined. That gives me like purpose every day. It's way beyond what the human mind could create, and it opens to so much of the way creation works itself in every level. So working with that energy changes everything.
Talk to us a little bit about your training, instruction, seminars, or distant lands that you've been to experience
Mm,
more in the heart.
yes. Well, recently I got to go to India in spend a month, and I got to be in the grace of many beautiful spaces. And one was getting into the river Ganga, Mother Ganga, and being blessed in that way of where the mouth of the confluence of Ganga starts in a little north of Rishikesh. And this was like a wake up to me of how much the Divine Mother flows through all things. And this river of making us awake and seeing how much it's like we're everything. We're part of her. We're part of the whole cosmos. And the water element being so essential as one of the five elements, but to connect back to her in a visceral way was just a real treat. And I, yeah, I just had a lot to learn from visiting also many of the high temples in the Himalayas, feeling the ancient energy, but also feeling the living presence of these great beings that that are here for us, that have never left this place, even amidst all the craziness that's going on, that we sometimes can get overwhelmed, can be distraught with, that there is so much more good available for us once we orient that way and choose it and look for who is there to support that with us than we could ever imagine. And these beautiful beings are holding great space, and they're really calling us back home. They're saying, come on, come back home, come back to your source, know who you are, share this with everyone. So sitting in those places just affirmed it for me, just like, don't hesitate to believe there is a much bigger story happening, and you are an essential part. Like, you have to show up, but enjoy in love, and then also see all the tension working that has worked in your life to bring you to this point. Like, you needed all these crucibles to get through, which sometimes we're going like, what the heck? Why do I have these challenges? But they're there in so many ways to grow us, and to get to a new capacity and a new awareness. So I can see my life now with all of that and not get overwhelmed. I really can see suffering and not get overwhelmed. But I cry for the people suffering, but I'm also not like limited and calling in support to help, um, on many levels. So it's a multidimensional kind of approach that, I don't have to be answering every issue they have in the physical realm, but I'm working on a multidimensional realm to bring love, to bring aid, to bring healing, to show up in every way I can to everyone I meet, to bring that. Um, so,
I've got a separate question. It's just taking a step back because we're going to come right back to this. Whether you're waking, sleeping, or it's a lucid dream, can you share with us an encounter with either the Divine Mother, Ganesh, Sri Kaleshwar? It could be Mary, Jesus, Muhammad. It could be anybody, but you probably have one of those. Which one could you share with us right now?
mm, I would say, of all beings like Ganesh, I never thought I would have Ganesh as a real force in my life, uh, because in the Western mind, how could a being like Ganesh be real? But then again, when you're in these places in India and also coming back home and living in a space that Ganesh, I need Ganesh at times, and I need this protection and this like fierceness of waking up to how to be the mother, calling to the mother every day to help me. And I recently was up at the Divine Mother Center in Northern California, where there is a statue of Ganesh. And I had Sri Kaleshwar, Sai Baba's photos next. But the communication with Ganesh was so real. I hadn't fully appreciated how the statues can hold the essence of these great beings. And when I tuned in to ask for help and order myself, he just gave me all kinds of like real real energy exchange and words that my mind could follow and order myself within this matrix. But it's like he's calling me back to the matrix of Divine Mother, of knowing how real the support is, how real these beings are to help us, and not to ever doubt that I'm swimming alone in a big ocean and I don't have the help I need. Um, so yeah, I was surprised that they are so present when you make efforts to be with them, and they will do everything they can to help. Um, and it is subtle. It isn't like, oh gosh, let me go, just help you immediately solve this problem that you have. It's a much bigger matrix of love, of connection, of power of the cosmos helping you, of source coming in to help you, but help you be a powerful, solid source being here. So it's always reflecting back to you, like, you can do this just like we do. You can do this. Um,
What have you had to let go of in the past 5 years or 10 years that's spurred additional growth, like heart growth?
Mm. I would say just being in a comfort like level of existence that I just manage my own affairs and not think about how to show up better for others and just think, oh, I just have to make sure my world is ordered. And now I know, like, no, you're going to be helping many people. If you do your job right, you won't need to worry about, well, how my comfort's going to happen. Of course, you need a roof over your head and food on your table, but you also don't have to overemphasize that. Like that is not the purpose of why we're here. And a pile of money in the bank. Like that was one thing I thought, oh yeah, I should have that, but I never really achieved that. And I've had at times, but then I've had it go out to my kids and process of living. And now I'm realizing, oh, there's so much more. I can live in the presence of my own divine self and how the divine is working through me to create everything I need and ways that I can serve that I never thought I could. And I still have, lots of energy to show up better, more in the world as my divine self. And give up any attachment to a calm way of living that might be look good on the outside, but it doesn't have any, for me, inner like light in myself and doesn't have the multidimensional aspects of working to bring bigger reality in. And bigger reality is calling us to show up better and more, and helping us get out of the prison that we've been in. So I just feel, wow, what a great thing to now be free from thinking any which way that I have to conform to anyone's idea of what living is about.
How do you like to describe angels?
Hmm. Just like the most beautiful energy to welcome me, to hold and help me to be like able to do things with me that I can't physically figure out how to do all by myself. And even I love describing them too, as more and more I'm seeing them as like when I get really clear, I am able to call them in. I'm able to see them as parts, like as eventually that I can call them in to help me do things remotely that I can't do. And that they're just like me. Like they're doing big divine work for sure and out of not in a physical form like I am, but they are so present and they want us to for sure invite them. But we have to like really rearrange our mental constructs because they don't come in from mental thinking. They come in from your heart, opening and opening and opening. And like I use mantras to help me get there because the personal mind can take me any which way of what I should be doing in a conformist way. And it's like, no, you should be living as a pure reflection of source. And in that way, love is your first principle. Love is your first way of being. And then those angels are just so ready to help. And I love, love, love how you're approaching it with introducing angels in all kinds of ways.
Oh, well, we're gonna actually bring in 3 to 6 or 7 angels and then some figures from India, but we're gonna do very lightning round out of a game show, not taking too long on each. Hopefully, you'll get something private from each, get a hug, and make sure you get tactical and practical, anything that you're like, oh, didn't know, right in the middle of an interview. But then, if you don't mind reflecting what they're saying for all of us, and they might even give you once in a while a bigger topic where we can have you go on at length. It depends. First, one angel, or first we'll light some sage. Um, it's just basic sage, juniper ridge sage. I think it's in all the Whole Foods. It's on my website. I
Mhm.
light it. You get to smell smoke wherever you're at. But I challenge the audience at this point, after 3 years of doing this, catch a fireside smell. Catch tobacco, sweetgrass, juniper, pine, desert pignon. It doesn't matter. Let angels make it really nice. The universe is really big, and Mary, is the fabric of the universe love?
Yes.
So let love do its thing here.
Mhm.
So I'm lighting some sage. Catch the sage, but get something extra that we don't know what it is, so that you're surprised, because it doesn't have to be linear. Life, it's really what will you allow for? Get out of the brain and then be surprised. And I'll do Shri Kaleshwar. Why not?
Mm.
Except we don't have his voice right this second. You do. You can hear him say, why not indeed?
Mm.
So you got the sage. I can snub this out. But what else are you getting that's extra for us?
I'm getting something called Amruta, which is from the temples that the great masters like Sri Kaleshwar can allow to come through just effortlessly as like the healing balm. It's a type of substance that's full of Shakti
Hmm.
and it flows out of them and enters into it's a supernatural kind of thing that flows through as grace.
We're going to pair up two angels with Sri Kaleshwar right now. If you don't mind putting both hand out off camera, let Joy come in first and do a hello, ta-da. She's very fun, very lively, very exciting. 29-year-old blonde for most people. She's been a redhead once or twice and a brunette a couple times, like at Omega Institute. Have Joy come in and privately give you a compliment. Here's something practical and tactical, get a hug. Have Sri Kaleshwar come in. And then an angel named Grace, who's Grace, she's rainbow light. I don't have a photo to represent her, but it won't matter. And between the three of them, when you've caught up, because I gave you a lot there, have them reflect something for all of humanity, mankind, for each of us on our own journey from our head into our heart. What are they reminding us of?
Hmm. It's honor, 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 like your divine self. Honor that being and trust it's there, even if you don't understand it yet. And find the path back with asking good questions and seek out the souls that are working on it.
I love it. The next angel is going to be Charlotte. I'm cheating and just looking for Heather. She makes hearts in her photos. I'm going to bring her in. I'll show two different photos in a second. Could we have Divine Mother come in and Charlotte? Charlotte's everybody's favorite teacher from third form, if you're in Canada, third grade, with words to help you, with words of wisdom meant to help you expand. She might have been Nefertiti in ancient Egypt. So instead of an Indian incense smell, catch something so exquisite from thousands of years ago. You can't get it on Amazon and you can't get it on a trip to Egypt. Have her wow you a little. A Divine Mother and her will come in though, and they'll do something that's, I'll say, cosmic, loving. It is the unstruck bell. It's dimensional, it's fun, sparkly, divine. And
Hmm.
you'll have to put words to it.
Hmm. Wow. Oh, first of all, I'm getting I like a paprika flower, which I'm gonna have to go find one and smell it, but Charlotte is trying to be helpful and playful. And then the sparkly gift of Divine Mother is just that she's like ready to throw us a big party. It's just like such a beautiful party when we wake back up back to her. And she's gonna show us the heavenly realms, show us everything that we have come from, and not feel so separate. And like this is like the best medicine we could ever give ourselves, but it's not ourselves in the old sense of who we are. It's our divine birthright. And that's this beautiful celebration back home and just be honoring of like who we are, how she designed us, how we need to show up. I mean, I don't want to say the word need, but it's how we will want to show up because we know what this is leading towards. The greatest return back to Divine Father, Divine Mother, all of our kindred angels and spirits, friends and masters that have walked this path too. And they know how crazy this world is. Um,
I'm going to show a couple photos of Heather, an angel who even her name is the word heart rearranged with a few extra letters. I've taken a
mm,
lot of photos of hearts. Even what no one ever hears is all the photos where I got her 1 second before, half a second after, where it was looking like it was going to be a heart or it was a heart. I missed it. But I'm going to still bring in Sri Kaleshwar, so it'll be a duo here. Here's Heather, the angel who makes hearts. She's compassion, compassion, compassion. She'll show up as an Amazonian, like a Wonder Woman with a tall spear or shaft, or a woman from Africa out of a village. Both very striking figures. For a few people, she's shown both ways. I'm not going to try to explain it, and we could be here forever trying to explain smelling sage, getting a hug, getting an answer. It ain't graspable up here. Trust me, I tried for 2 years. I got this far with angels. They exist. They exist. Trust that it's so, and your answers, hugs, and more will come. Here's Sri Kaleshwar, which this photo is really for the audience. You know who he is, blindfolded. And of course, I shot right by. Hold on one second. Got it right
Mm.
here. And too many photos. Oh, he was just above Heather. Duh. Okay. And here's Sri Kaleshwar. Let him move in the photo, catch a wind in the air. I'm going to blow through this microphone that's down below today. I'm going to whoosh with one hand, catch a wind in the room. Let it be a divine wind of Indian love, love in India with him influencing it.
Mm. Mm. Mhm.
And now close your eyes and see Heather one way or the other, or somehow both. I don't know how that's going to work, but it doesn't matter. And let him also be just laughter, 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 smiling. He's very fresh looking, so it's not later in his life where he put on a little bit of weight. It's him very fresh, is all I know how to say.
Yeah.
And let him share water or something else that's very regenerative with you. Heather will say words to you and maybe put a hand, touch your forehead, hand on the shoulder. He'll do something special for you, maybe the sacred ash, something else, the nectar thing from the object that sits on his tomb.
Mm.
And then they, out of it all, will come a message for humanity or for all of us. Just a reminder, easy, easy
Mm.
peasy lemon squeezy, but you're getting a lot right now. So
Mm.
and then look, and somebody's wearing a t-shirt at the compound. Look over and get the best mantra ever. It's on their t-shirt. Like I went to India and all I got was this t-shirt, but when they turn, you get the mantra. And it's awesome. So get a special mantra on a t-shirt that just makes you laugh. You're like, I've never had delivery like that. Very light, easy. You know it's got to be a good mantra if it's on a t-shirt. And just say, got it when you got it. Is it
Mhm.
shareable? Is that one we can share out loud?
Yeah, it's interesting. It says be up, be up.
Ha, like be up.
Yeah, be up.
Yeah, like frequency, everything, be up.
Yeah, be up.
Aw.
Um, yeah, I feel like all of it is just like this constant like cheer of come on, be up with us. Nothing is separating you from this exquisite like sangha, but it's more than a sangha. It's the living reality that we are, and not to hold ourselves as anything less than how we are created as a divine, complete divine architecture of light, able to do masterful things here and wake up as masters. And of course we need lots of help, but we need this gorgeous way of being that pulls us out of our head into our heart and also into um, the third eye, into the realized being that can see things as they are created from source and not see things that humans have sometimes distorted for manipulation. Um, and that as we become back into that pure state of being, that all of this shows itself to us in the highest way, and we can trust it as the best way of holding our light and not to be any afraid or think we're not worthy of it.
Okay. For the next one, if you don't mind, just rub your hands in a circle, don't make a fire, and throw finger paint for me. Hear Sri Kaleshwar, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba come in and say, good job.
Mhm.
And I'm going to put up a bunch of angels, but we're going to bring in Divine Mother and Sri Shirdi Sai Baba. I'll just show photos first before we close our eyes. Here's a Rebecca. It's four balls of light, two and two. Kind of you can see it, kind of you can't.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she's support, obviously, but she's from way far out where music came from, out way beyond
Mhm.
Andromeda, everything else. But an angel today, one of my business managers was Charlotte or Archangel Michael. Lock her in. She's going to handle the music symbology side, galactic symbols, whatever, Sanskrit symbols. You're going to get something in a little bit.
Mhm.
Four archangels: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, lock 'em in. Rainbow pie slices, if you listen to little old me.
Mm.
Pacific Princess, and definitely a watery, light waves of energy and water, Mother Hawaii-ish, but can be a big angel. Serious as a background, not trying to sound too serious. With her
Mhm.
Divine Mother, it'll be special. There was one more figure I was supposed to bring in. Oh yeah, Sri Sri Sai Baba. Okay, so I'm going to put up his colorized photo. He's going to give you a private what's going to happen behind the scenes, and then out of it all, you're going to come up with words for all of us. So definitely enjoy this one. I'm going to do public service announcements to buy time.
Mhm.
And if you could just put your hands out off camera, breathe extra, allow for some sort of sensory smell, feeling, wind. I'll whoosh once and you catch something from India, very special, but it's we're going to blame Ganesh and the rest of them angels, not me doing this. Just love, 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 love. Here it comes. If you could just say got it for us, that you got a good
Got it.
push. Good. Enjoy. I'm going to do a public service announcement for folks at home. If you've already experienced a little bit of sage, we haven't done seeing light yet, but hit pause in any of the photos and you've got practical, tactical questions for daily living. If you need to go like hit pause for real and go walk the dog, no cell phone, or take a shower, hug a tree, lay in the grass, not in Texas right after the rain. But do something to reset because you already know how to do basic listening. There's
Mhm.
nothing to this. You're an Olympian without trying. So be
Mhm.
sure to like, subscribe, share. But the comment part, what have you enjoyed hearing from Mary so far? Go back and check her original appearance. We were like chitter, chitter, chitter. We were fired up, enthusiasm off the charts. We moved fast on that one. She's fantastic. What have you appreciated or what have you already gotten? Did you smell the sage? Did you get tobacco instead? Flowers? What will you allow for more? And we're going to go back to Mary in just a second. I'm going to tell one dad joke. Where in a hospital is the worst place to play hide and seek? Where? In the ICU. If you're laughing, you're letting go. Mother Teresa said laughter's love. So that's all this is can you breathe? Can you smile a little more in front of the avocados at the supermarket? Can you do the chubby checker? Do the Elvis? If 12 people laugh because they don't understand, but they get it, you did the transmission, that's love. And if you're laughing, that's self-care love first, and everyone else is laughing. It's one plus one equals 1,111. The plus sign, break it. You got a one, a one, a one, and a one. Put a
Mm.
comment. Okay, Mary, I bought as much time as I could. Tell us a little bit about first, what did you just experience?
Mm.
What'd you get?
I got a rose incense as the smell Baba shared. And the gifts, how rephrase your question again? Because I was feeling it and I'll put it into words.
Let them shape a message out of all the experiences that's for
Okay.
all of us. But I will put up Sri Sri Sai Baba to let him be the head cheerleader or the head of the marching band. He'll
Yeah.
help you shape the words a little more for all
Hmm.
of us.
Okay.
And what are you getting from him and
Mm.
all those angels and
Oh
divine
my
mother?
goodness. Yeah, he's just like a huge heart. He's saying show up and serve and help. Show up and serve. And like it doesn't have to be fancy. Just show up and give heart space, but true like dimensional, multidimensional being nature of yourself in the kindest way, in the simplest way, in the ways that you see the suffering. And don't hold back of thinking, wow, I don't have this to give today. You give from a different place. It's not from your mind. So yeah, his heart is so immense and that he is always caring for people. So that's what I got. Like just show up and care for people and give everything you got. Don't worry, the divine is going to keep giving it to you as you give out. Don't have a hoarder mentality like, oh, I got to save this for, of course we have safety requirements and security needs, but truly ultimately it's all it is never our own to work, only our problem. It belongs to everyone. And how do we help everyone?
Can you share with us a specific mini miracle a city, something that happened that you still can't quite explain, but you don't worry about the details. It happened. What was that?
Okay. Um, I got woken up in the middle of the night, probably about a year ago. I was helping one of my sisters who's a pediatrician with a patient of hers, a little boy, and he was 16 months and on really close to death. And I got woken up by Shirdi Sai Baba. And I'd already been studying some of the healing mantras and techniques. And this little boy was losing like functionality in like four different health systems in his body. And his mother was just beyond herself and thinking, okay, the end is near. I'm just going to prepare for that. But the message I got was wake up. I had permission from my sister to the mom to do us the healing. So I did this healing, which requires looking at this little boy's eyes. I had a photo of him on my phone and chanting the mantras that I was given to chant. And Baba was there, and I was like, I don't know, all I'm doing is what I'm asked to do. Um, I don't know how it's going to work, and I don't know if yeah, anything will change. But the trust of being called to help was there. And then what I was able to see was that he is a great soul. This little boy named Mikey, he is a great soul. He's going to come through. And you have to reflect that. And you have to reflect that to his mom to keep her as his first healer, his first like form of divine mother. You tell her how important she is, that as long as she is holding his soul as the most beautiful thing that she's in charge to help hold, then that whole thing is going to reverse itself. And so that's what I did via like text to my sister, who then texted everything to her, the mom. And and then she was like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't been like holding him close enough." But the whole thing shifted. The health, his return to health was miraculous. None of the doctors thought he was going to make it. He was in sepsis, and that goes so quick on a little one, especially. And it took him some time to recover because he was really close to dying. But the thing that shifted immediately was his mother came alive as his first healer. And like that was the intention I had studying the material and seeing it in my own life, how powerful the moms are. And that's bringing me to the purpose now I've been called to do is like to help bring what are called blessings. There are spiritual technologies to bless moms, to bless the babies in the utero as well as after, and help them be protected from the illusions of the world. And I've seen it with my own granddaughter, who is like out of this world Shakti energy. And when you see it as living proof, and this little boy has come back and is just like a huge, like Shiva Shakti merge of love and joy. And his mom is just this huge beaming smile of the gift that he got to come back. And the love that has grown, of course, between her and her other son and husband, like the whole family has come together for this. So I got that as a gift to see how real this is. Like we're capable of being a vessel for it. It's much bigger energy, I think, than we realize that is ready to come through us. And show us how supernatural this is what we appear to see in our limited vision. Like, how could this even happen? But this is how Jesus saw things, how miracle energies flowed through him, how it flowed through many saints living now and have, coming in the age. And we're coming into this age of being saints ourselves. And so I'm just grateful that these things are available and we're here to do it. We're finally here to do it. Like, get ourselves out of the mess of the prison of the false reality into the bigger reality that is here for us to live.
Hmm. I have 4 to 5 quotes for you. You don't have to react to them all. You don't have to remember them all. You can just focus on whatever direction spontaneously comes out of this or wherever you want to take us. Here are some quotes from Unconditional Love Figures about compassion to start. I'll try to end with Winnie the Pooh if I can remember it.
Mm.
Jesus said that compassion is open eyes and an open heart. Archangel Raphael said, compassion is releasing fears and judgments. Abe, the Abraham of old, an angel who's on everyone's team, but he'll tell you he was a jerk when he was alive. He says, compassion's not judging, taking action with no thought. Dale said, compassion is just being and trusting the outcome to be of the highest intent for all. One more compassion definition. Mac, don't call her Mackenzie, angel who's all about plants, animals, nature. She said, compassion's treating every moment with the awareness of a newborn baby. And then Winnie the
Mhm.
Pooh, the quote I want to use is with Piglet asks Winnie the Pooh, how do you spell love? And Winnie the Pooh says, you don't spell it, you feel it. From all that, what are you getting? And let one figure come in randomly. If you need to put a hand off camera, let them win the bingo contest on the other side. One figure only will touch you. You'll feel energy. You'll feel a full human touch. It could be Divine Mother. It could be Ananda Mayama, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba. It could be Grace the Angel, Joy. Who won the lottery on the other side? Who'd you get?
Sai Baba.
Okay, and then however the two of you want to react to one, all of it, or just in a totally different direction, what have you got for us from all those quotes?
Mm. The love that comes from the heart of a pure soul that is free from the illusion, the false illusion. It still may you still may work with mother and Leelas they call them, that she's giving you to challenge you. But when a soul can work from the heart in this way, this is the solution to all of the suffering. All of the suffering. It is that simple.
All right, we're going to put you to not work or to task at all. We're going to keep Sri Shriti Sai Baba around. I'm going to just put up Geronimo's picture for a second. Older Geronimo. He's unconditional love, but action, action, action. Dry wit,
Mhm.
humor, and more no, not formal at all. He's like, yeah, nah, duh. You already know the answer. Here he is. Get something private and personal from him and catch a sacred scent. We're not going to light anything. Douglas fir, sweetgrass, tobacco, juniper. There's 60 of them. Let us know when you got it. What did you get in the air around you?
Okay.
What'd you get?
Redwood.
Oh, first redwood we've ever had in 300 plus tapings, 500 tapings in 3 years. Okay, here's something very private from him. And got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we'll put you to task in this way, but not. Here's selenite consciousness for you. All the selenite in the world as a global slipstream. You could put your hand up and feel it the traditional way. There's a voice. It was a male voice last year. It's been a female voice for the last like 40 people. Have the female voice kick in. It's all selenite consciousness, super light and groovy. Here's something private. And then what's the advice from selenite to all of us before we grab Sri Shirdi Sai Baba and Geronimo and selenite? We're going to do something bigger. What are you getting after you got yours? What are you getting
Okay.
for all of us?
Just inviting us to be with this group, like show up and be with us because we're ready to rock and roll. This world is on the verge of this major change. So
It's here and we're kind of waking up to it, sort
yeah.
of. Yeah. Um, Let tree consciousness come in. I don't need to show a picture of a tree. You can just let the
Mhm.
selenite, Geronimo, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba bring in tree consciousness. And we'll use me as a guinea pig. And only, if it's anything too serious, save it for after the show. But I'll be your guinea pig. What do I need to know right now? Have Sri Shirdi Sai Baba, Geronimo, and I'll add a little flavor. I'm a runner for 44 years. We got big hills in North San Antonio. Those two show up whenever the music's not doing it. My footsteps are flagging a little. And then the way they show up is ridiculous. They show up in 1970s Adidas outfits with like a headband on Sai Baba, maybe Geronimo. They'll do circles around me. They'll be like, let's go, bub, pick it up. And they are so funny as a duo that you have to just shake your head. You get out of what you thought you knew. Your footsteps
Oh
pick up
my
again.
gosh.
Yeah, but they do it in that, like, I think there's some movie with Bill Murray that I'm trying to think of, the Royal Tannenbaums. They look like
Oh,
they're wearing those outfits that are just like
oh my gosh.
70s fashionable, whatever, but they're very
Oh,
funny. Yeah,
geez.
it makes me laugh
Okay.
every time. Never gets old.
Oh my gosh.
between all those loving influences, what do they have that I should know? And this is something where at home you can sit still with this, get pen and paper, blank piece of paper, just ask a question specific, but right, what else do I need to know? Big picture. And then pause us all. You can even use Mary's higher self only with love and above, and she'll do the translating for you. You'll just hear her voice come through. It'll be whatever you'll allow for. Get in touch with her. Her details will be below the video. Mary, what'd you get that I need to know from them that's love and above?
Okay, it was fall in love with the world just as it is, even as it is. Even like that is your creative work to do, but fall in love with the world.
I love it. Um, Breathe more fully, feel the universe, absorb insight from within, relax and learn, awaken to a bigger reality, give and share love, understand in your own way at your pace that everything really is connected and you are unique. I know I had a line that what they just said is somewhere. I thought that was it. But that's good. Okay, last wildly intuitive act. Let's think what it is. Oh, could you capture a butterfly up here, but bring it into your lap? And it's off camera and let everyone we talked about before the show, during the show, make something out of light in your hands. Eventually, without cheating and using your third eye. Half our guests do the third eye and they look and they see what it is ahead of time. It could be a hummingbird, rotating lotus flower. We've had every object made out of light. You're just going to feel your hand get really warm. You've got it cupped as if there's a butterfly in there. There's two types though. It'll be flyable or it sits there. It could be rotating a ruby light. The ones that move, like a dragonfly, a hummingbird, when you hear ready, you're going to open like a book, a helicopter landing pad, you're going to unleash. The flying ones will fly around the room. We had a woman who's got 134 books now, who's out of body experience, teacher, mystic. She got to see a white Pegasus fly around the room live on
Oh
camera.
my
That was cool. Others have gotten hummingbirds, but not everything's going to fly. Most do not. So you get to enjoy it and eventually bring it into your heart. Hopefully, that wasn't too much talking. Let especially a heavy India influence. You're feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Someone taps you on the shoulder, rings a bell, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and you look down and you get a full visual, full out of your own way, seeing without seeing. And you're like, oh my God, jaw drops, beautiful. I'll tell one dad joke. How I got all my dad jokes. It was back at University of Mumbai at medical school. I double majored in cloning and hide and seek. So I double majored in cloning and hide and seek. I never finished the program. I had to take a year off to find myself. Wait for them to tell you to look, take a look, and enjoy it. Eventually bring it into your heart if it was non-flyable. If it flew off, you got to watch it fly off. And out of it will come a final reminder for us all. And we're going to have you back on later in the summer if you'd like to come back on. And I'm thinking a panel because I've got a couple people from India that I think we talked about before the show. So I'd love to get everybody together. I said that publicly. We'll find out if we get it all together later this summer. Um, Let us know when you're caught up and not to rush a mini city or a mini miracle or a lot of fun. And folks
Mm,
at home, what will you allow for? Don't worry about if there's a but involved. That's fine if it's, but just let it go and let an angel
mm,
handle the details or someone.
mm.
And so it's getting out of your own way and having more fun. Okay, Mary, what'd you get, or are you still getting it still?
No, I have it. It's a crystal of Brahma consciousness. It's a beautiful gift for everyone of receiving like this amazing consciousness that sits in us. And as we wake up to it, it brings us back to source. And it sits
Ooh,
in our third eye. And it emits amazing, beautiful light. And pulls us out of just the human experience. It puts us into huge source identity. Um,
that's wonderful. I'm going to actually just got a new figure out of Australia for you. I'm going to read a random 3 or 4 sentence quote about compassion, kindness, just clear the decks.
mm,
Sometimes the person next to you or a stranger just needs validation via love and compassion. A smile changes any moment, so too does laughter or a few kind words. Be compassionate to all. Do it. With that, could you close your eyes and just see the outback in Australia? It'll be trees. It should be just evening, amazing stars, and you'll have a very tall, skinny Aboriginal man, a healing man, a clever
Mm.
man. His name is Job. You can have Joy there. You can have Sri Shriti Sai Baba and Geronimo and Divine Mother. They'll just stay back. His eyes are the galaxies themselves. He's just so gentle. You're afraid he's going to break with the next breeze.
Mm.
He'll have a Rory, R-O-R-I. It's a crystal. It's parallel to what you just said. It's what triggered this. It'll be his cultural form of crystals with crystalline energy. He'll be seen removing them from a patient to show the removal of the illness, but they're like, quartz with the black flecks, tourmaline or whatever in it. It'll be something. But for you, it'll probably be more dimensional light in those that no way it could be possible on this side. So
Mm.
let Job come up, look deeply into his eyes, let him do a blessing on you. He may put a white streak on your cheeks and forehead as a blessing.
Mm.
And anybody else can do interpretation if there's a question. Charlotte can come in as well. She's good with that. And Job's going to share something again for humanity, which will get you speaking on. But if you don't mind describing him for us just a little extra, because he's so been around the block and he's not, I don't mean weathered in a bad way. I mean, he's weathered it all. He's seen it all. He's fun, very light, light, light. And that's a triple entendre.
Yeah, he's wearing like a man bun and just sparkly eyes, which vastness, sky, huge sky energy. And it's dusk, it's starry, so I don't see the full like skin of like weathered skin. I don't see that. I just see this like being that's holding these emanations of pure light of source and the um, simple clothing and a very gentle spirit, but in a very like um, cosmic being that is here to help us.
And
Um,
if you'll allow, I'm going to ask that an extra topaz or aquamarine light come in, and that can be through Charlotte or Divine Mother. Everyone will do a little piece together, and he'll add to that. He has his light. It may include that, but if, with your permission, just this divine cosmic light, let it pass through you in a beautiful way. It could be just your hand. You put it out, and you'll see it go through your hand. But as it does, it goes through your whole quantum field, and your rainbow light body just
mm,
explodes in extra radiance. And out of
mm,
that's going to come a final message for all of us. And may this ripple throughout your technically spring and then
mm.
summer and into the autumn as you wish, but not when you're drinking tea or driving or typing. And at home, allow. I think we've like, not that we need to earn anything, but if you do see this and you want to like, share, subscribe, it really helps others stumble onto this particular video or this channel or what have you.
Yeah, the message is just receive the light because you are the light. You are the
Um,
light. We are stars. We are the great light of source. So it's like receive this as you and allow it to light you up again. Refresh yourself, regenerate yourself, and put put this in as your first kind of structure of your foundation. It's
Mary,
like,
as yeah,
yeah.
as we go to take a shower, take a nap, or just to go to bed at night, what's a quick way to put this all that you've shared into a quick request to the universe? Like you're in
Mm,
a New York City restaurant. You might know the
mm.
chef or the maitre d' or the waiters. You've been there a lot, and you just yell to the chef. You don't need a menu. You just yell, "Make it nice." How do we ask the universe to make it nice for us before a shower, which is very can be very cosmic, touching water, the nap, or going to bed at night? What's your final bit of advice before we sign off?
Let it surprise you. Let it surprise you and believe it's real.
So, angels, loving beings, sock it to me, surprise me, whether it's night school, no need for lessons necessarily at night, but a lot happens at night. Just try to put it out there in your own way. It'll be interpreted correctly. You don't have to worry about the details.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Good. Okay. Well, Mary Hostetter, fantastic seeing you again. Whoa, what a show. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, angels. Thank you, great beings. And so much love to everyone listening and enjoying and sending all your love out to the world to help.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.